experience. We have another great issue for you guys today. Episode 212. We have Miss Tiarrah Kent with us today.
Yes, we do. Miss Tiarrah Kent is in the building. Thank you so much for coming through. She is a mother, a businesswoman,
Yes.
40 under 40 feature.
Come on now.
Myrna, moderator. When I tell y'all the lady, the list goes on and on about the lady, right? But what I can say, she is out of her feelings and in her bag all 2024.
That's
She
right.
not only is doing it for herself, but she is helping so many people with different resources. She is a board member for United Black Fund. She has so much going on. And we're going to dive into it this particular episode. So without further ado, Tiarrah, introduce yourself to the people.
You just did it.
I told you she got a gift.
No,
That is a gift. You did that off the top of your head.
Off the top of her head.
Yeah, that's dope.
But no, that's a credit to how dope you are.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
Oh,
We've been watching you work and we have been in awe of your journey.
Thank you.
So I want to talk about it. First of all, where did this get started?
Wait. First of all, what's your hood? What you claim? What hood you claim in Cleveland?
You know what? So I grew up off 131st.
Okay.
Really?
Come on now.
I went to Corlett, my kindergarten through 5th grade. And I probably still have some ties to that area. But at the age of 12, my mom passed away.
I'm sorry.
And so it's so crazy. My mom has 6 kids. And so when you don't have all your stuff together, like families, most tend not to. Nobody could take us all in. So it was like several people saying like, oh, I'll take Tiarrah, I'll take this sister, I'll take this brother. And so my grandparents came and said, I'll take them all.
Oh, that's amazing.
And so we ended up moving from the inner city of Cleveland out to Orange.
Oh, wow.
It's a completely
nice.
entire lifestyle
Yeah, that
change.
was a super
for
shift.
sure. And so it was really a blessing, to be honest, because we probably could have been completely separated from my siblings. And if you've seen any of those type of stories, a lot of times the children get separated from each other and then they have no relationship.
Exactly.
So I had the blessing and the privilege to be able to be raised by 2 people in the household, my grandparents, and then completely just exposure to a whole different lifestyle. And so that's probably kind of how I got here. That's really the start of it. And so I'm just truly grateful for that experience.
I love that because we don't speak enough on exposure and how it breeds elevation. A lot of times you just got to get out of your environment and know that different exists to be able to want to do a little bit of something different.
Absolutely.
Now, we know it been in you longer than it been on you. And tell us more about that, being able to witness entrepreneurship or entrepreneur endeavors. How was that?
So it's so crazy that before my mother passed away, she was an entrepreneur. She owned like a consignment shop. And so
I'm sorry, Marquita, look at you. She know what consignment means.
Oh, it don't mean that you help somebody with their credit. Trust and believe.
So for the audience that's not sure what consignment is, can you explain what that is?
Like a secondhand hand-me-down store, more so like more high-end items, reused items, gently used items. And so I did not have the pleasure of experiencing that because that happened as, I was a little kid. I just don't remember it. But when my grandparents took us in, my grandfather owned 5 McDonald's.
Oh, wow.
And so, to be honest with you, I was supposed to be a McDonald's owner. That's really how life was supposed to go, if it was my way. But, unfortunately, Black families, and I hate to say it, sometimes we just don't have, can I put something?
Oh, you can. No,
we don't have our shit together.
Yeah, we're 10 minutes in. We good.
Okay, good. Because I like to be very transparent.
Yeah.
So, a lot of times we just don't have our shit together.
Yeah.
On paperwork, sometimes we take on too much when we get ready to give out responsibilities to other people, and they're just not ready to receive it. My grandfather was so dope, you guys. He was a community activist. He made a large impact. You can ask several people. I was at the Myrna Expo on Saturday, and it was at least 3 people there that came to me and said, your grandfather gave me my first job.
Oh, wow.
That was amazing.
Wow.
it's people still to this day that says your grandfather sent me to college.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you know about McDonald's, they also offer scholarships.
Yeah.
Send you to school, you come back and you work for the summer. He was just, he was so dope. And I started working at 14. So imagine now I've transitioned into living with my grandparents to a few years later waking up every Saturday and he's driving me to his stores and I was out wiping tables in the lobby, sweeping floors. Because a lot of times, you know, you're 14 years old, you're really not working,
Right.
but it was really instilling that work ethic.
I love
That's
that.
good.
That is such a fun fact. One thing, listening to you talk, you have such a presence about you and such a poise, and you command the room, right?
Thank you.
And I love that. We spoke so much about the Myrna event, right, and that Minority Network and Resource Expo. And a lot of people quoted you when you said they heard it and they received it when you said, please get comfortable in being very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell us about some of your uncomfortable parts of your journey when it comes to entrepreneurship?
Yeah.
Or even
So
life?
I'll tell you this much. So I first learned, I got that quote from going through Mortar. And Mortar, is it okay if I talk about that right now?
Please.
Yeah, please
Okay.
do.
So Mortar is a 15-week cohort actually coming up. I'm going to use this real quick as a marketing
There we
promo.
go.
Come on,
Please do.
y'all.
So Mortar is established in Cincinnati for us, by us. It is a 15-week cohort coming up, actually starting in June for entrepreneurs. And it is an opportunity for you to pitch your business at the end, but most importantly, come across these amazing entrepreneurs in the city that's doing the same work as you, to create a community of people, really. On top of the fact that you are given all these amazing resources and supports throughout your journey, regardless if you are a startup, if you don't have if you have an idea and you just don't know where to begin, or maybe you've been in business for 5 years and you're just trying to rebrand or, you know, kind of figure out in which direction you're trying to go in. Needless to say, it is also powered and sponsored by United Black Fund. And so the executive director, CEO and president Cecil Lipscomb actually said that to me while I was in the cohort. He said, you know, I want to let you know now, get comfortable being uncomfortable, because we're going to find ourselves in spaces of not knowing what to do, right? Or if I should walk into this, finding ourselves facing challenges and barriers. And so I'm in a space now where I'm trying to get comfortable being uncomfortable, meaning when opportunities present themselves or when challenges present themselves, you know, how to respond. I always tell people, I have my favorite quote of all times is, you can't reach for the stars holding onto the grass. Yeah, you can run that back. You can't reach for the stars holding on to the grass, right? And so a lot of times if we are trying to grow and just really be great, we either sometimes need to let go of a relationship, be it friend or family. We need to let go of some type of thinking. We have to shift our paradigm to just really think differently, and being able to be prepared to and receive, to walk into these doors. That we sit up here and we pray for all this stuff, and it's like, you don't know what's behind these doors. You know, how to receive it or what to do. And so really, as we talk about being comfortable, being uncomfortable, even speaking to people on a podcast, you know, I don't know what questions you guys are asking me. And
We don't either, y'all.
we don't know what's going on. We going with the flow, and I'm going to rock it out. But, you know, just being in a space where we don't know, we just don't know. The unknowing thing. And I don't know about y'all, but I like a little bit. I don't like surprises. I like to have a little bit of control over something, and so you know, now it's just a matter of let's walk into the right door. Let's choose what door that we need to walk into, and make sure that, you know, we got the right people around us.
That's good. And I'll make sure that because I want to make sure we talk about your journey, because United States you're supposed to have being an owner of McDonald's. So let's talk about your journey. So your grandfather had you working in the stores. When did you start deviating from that path onto your own path?
So I was young, My grandfather really instilled in all of us to go to school. We didn't have a choice but
You have
to
a
go to
choice.
college. You was going to school. You was getting up and going to do something. You was going to the school or you was going to the military.
Yeah.
Like you wasn't just about to stay home and do anything. Especially because the goal was to own a McDonald's and go into that entrepreneur space, right? And if that wasn't it, you was gonna get yourself a degree and go into a field.
Yeah.
And so basically, I don't think I've deviated from really being an entrepreneur. The pieces just didn't fall. The puzzle didn't get made like the way it was supposed to. Needless to say, graduated college. I came out of, that's a whole nother story, because at 18, I was like, I'm getting the hell up out of here.
Really?
So I went all the way to Grambling State University.
Shout out to the HBCUs. Okay.
Definitely shout out to the HBCUs. I had an amazing experience. I did everything but go to class. Let's just keep it real. My grandparents was like, yeah, why don't you just come on back home? And so came home, finished at the University of Akron. And then from there, it was really just grind time. Like, let's go. You need a job, start working, do anything. And I started working in charter schools. That's how I got into education. It worked for maybe a couple years. And you just realize, like, okay, what else is out there? I got a phone call from my good sis that said, run me your resume. I'm about to get you set up over here in Cleveland School District. And so I did an interview. I got a position working as the Dean of Student Engagement at Cleveland School District. I was there for about 7 or 8 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a long time, actually. And I was doing a damn thing. I'm not going to lie. I was really kind of teaching myself a little bit. And needless to say, I learned a lot working in that space. I worked with kindergarten through 8th grade students. I had an opportunity to mentor, so I was actually doing mentorship outside of the schools for up to 12th grade students. And then one day I said, you know what? I'm going to go look for a child care center. I was pulling up the child care centers, and some of these centers, I was like, if this person can have one, I can have 5.
Yeah.
That was my thoughts, right? And so it's easier said than done. You know, a lot of times I'm going to do this. So, you know, as educators, we get our summers off. So I took all summer looking for different child care centers. I was on a mission. It did not happen for me. And I went back to work, marrying on about my business, and my realtor called me like, you still working at the school, right? I'm like, yeah, why, what's up? She's like, come and meet me after school. I want to show you this location. I want to show you a property. And I bet on myself, to be honest with you. I said, I'm doing it. I got to get from where I'm at. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm breaking up fights. I'm getting called all type of crazy names from 7th graders. You know, the workload from what I was doing just became a whole lot more stressful. And then I'm bringing that stress home to my then 5-year-old daughter. That wasn't fair. And so needless to say, I bet on myself. I signed a lease, and I went to go do what I needed to do. And here I am now, 2 years later.
That is so awesome. So it was a lot, but I love the fact that you really, like, the part that I heard that hit the hardest was I bet on myself.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to be a franchisee. I realized that, you know, things change. I used the talents that I naturally crafted from the decade before as an educator and feeding into others. And now it's like, okay, I'm doing my thing.
That McDonald's is still on the books too. I might go ahead and run that up.
Yeah, why not? Because my baby still eat chicken nuggets, and I do too.
It's just, you think about a lot of these restaurants and things that closed during COVID. I've probably only seen one McDonald's close in my entire life.
Yeah.
I'm just being
and if
honest.
it closed, it moved around the corner. It
moved around, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you think about these businesses, specifically McDonald's. A lot of times you read textbooks and they use the McDonald's. Come on, they use the McDonald's as the example as to how it has been so sustainable.
Yeah, system and standard operations, right?
Absolutely.
And real estate, like
real estate,
it's a full-fledged business.
No, absolutely.
It's more than just McNuggets. You know what I mean?
So, you know, that's not too far not too far-fetched from my thoughts because it's something that's just been so inspiring. I mean, McDonald's got me through college.
Yeah.
Honestly, excuse me. McDonald's got me through college, and so there's definitely some investment there.
I love it, and I'm not mad at it. So, okay, you have this daycare. Well, you have this childcare learning center. Because let's be real, it's a difference.
It is not a daycare.
Yeah, and as a parent, I have learned the difference. But there are some daycare centers, and then there's some childcare enrichment centers.
Absolutely.
And I love that you all actually have an enrichment center. You're right here in the heart. Cleveland Heights, y'all, right on Mayfield Road. Y'all make sure y'all check my sis out. I'll put it in the show notes below. Go get enrolled or on the wait list.
Come and get enrolled. We have some amazing work going on at A Better Day Academy, located at 3128 Mayfield Road, Cleveland Heights, Ohio. My partner actually is also an educator. She was an assistant principal for a school district. So she brings a lot of the education piece into the classrooms. We have 6 classrooms renovated, and children are learning from infant to school age. So a lot of times you only think learning happens in kindergarten or preschool. And learning is happening in the classrooms starting with infancy. Yeah, for sure. I think that a lot of times our people just don't know until you are engrossed and you're seeing children in 3rd grade repeat in 3rd grade, right?
Yeah, which is
or children going into kindergarten and they don't even know their letters, their ABCs, and so it's really disheartening. So we are really working hard. My staff is working hard to bridge those gaps and those barriers for the children that are entering into kindergarten so that they can be prepared for sure.
I love that.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you about the early days because, we see the glory, but let's know about a little bit about the story, the obstacle that you had to endure when you first started. So I'm pretty sure everyone thinks, oh, daycare, like you said, you thought it easy, right? What are some of the obstacles that you endured when you first started out that a lot of people don't know?
So this was tough, man. So let me tell y'all something. We signed a lease in April, and we were expected to open in September, right? So we had April, we had all of summer and everything. We said we're going to get ready to open when school begins in that fall. That didn't happen. We had our inspection. We did not pass it from the state. We just had things that we had to get in order, some documentation, things like that, to even just get licensed. So we did not open our doors for our first child. We didn't get licensed till the end of January.
Ooh.
I still had a lease.
Right, but you couldn't
no
bring
kids.
in.
I had nothing in there. So you think from September to January,
right?
I was paying a lease.
And
I don't even want to tell you how much I was paying, but let's just know that we came out of pocket over $30,000, and we didn't have children. So I just want to put that in place. I want to put that out there because we get so excited to get stuff done that when we get into these relationships with landlords, we get into these relationships, with mortgages, even at that matter, if we even sitting up here talking about we're going to go buy a building, whatever that may be, the landlord wants their money. The bank wants their money.
That's real.
And if you don't have the money to be able to pay your rent or your mortgage or whatever that might be, that can create a lot of just tension. It can create a lot of stress, anxiety, stuff like that. So, reading the fine print, making sure that you have a lawyer on deck to be able to really draft up a really good document for you, a contract and things, lease. That stuff matters. And so, at the Myrna experience,
this is a great time in Cleveland tonight, and I think what we look at is black excellence on display right now.
I feel blessed. From the moment I walked in the door, I heard Mr. Whedon and congratulations and everything. Now all the way up to upstairs, same thing, man. It's a blessing.
I am feeling really grateful, very blessed. It's just an amazing experience to be able to be in the room with so many amazing people and people that are game changers and world changers. That's, breaking bread and making businesses in Cleveland, Ohio.
This is a night, for one for the books for not only Cleveland but Ohio. I'm so proud of Tiarrah.
A lawyer,
Yeah.
that you have a financial person on deck to really orchestrate and help you grow your business, so you understand before you start signing documents.
Yeah.
That's important. Really understanding the field in which you're going in. I came out of working in public education. That don't mean I knew childcare.
Right.
It's completely different.
Right.
Even till today, as I'm even like, okay, well, we're gonna do this as it relates to the education piece, but that's not the same when you're working with the state and you're doing childcare.
Yeah.
So now we got to go over all these different rules and things that are in place for childcare, and really understanding that. So a lot of it, I was learning as I was going versus doing all of my research prior to getting into it. Because like I said, if this person can have one, I can have five.
And you weren't wrong. But like you say, I think there's so much that we jump into because it's easier from the outside looking in. Like, how do you get in there and do that?
Mm-hmm.
And then you try to jump in and trip over the jump rope. And you be like, you know what, maybe not.
Yep.
But how did you persevere through the pitfalls? Because the things that you went through would have crippled the average person. Not to say, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you're above average, but any one situation would have stifled me. If I couldn't make the rent, that would have stifled me. If I waited, even if I could make the rent, but I had to wait till January, that would have been my sign. We look for signs so much, like, oh, that was my sign. If I got to put too many clicks before I enroll, that means I ain't supposed to be doing it. So how did you persevere through that process?
Besides praying every day, I was praying. I was working. Okay. I was still working a job.
Oh, good.
And so I think the other thing too is I have a partner in my child care center, and we would just look at each other like, we too far in. We can't go back. We're not turning back. We're not going backwards. That's not even an option. And persevering really looked like getting up every morning, regardless of me having to feel like I had to throw up, or probably was throwing up.
Yeah.
Getting up and going to this center that I had the keys to, even when I was threatened to get locked out or whatever that may have looked like. Let's go. We got so much work to. Let's get in front of this computer. Let's get this work done. Let's go in here and call these contractors when these contractors weren't showing up. Right? Or the city of Cleveland Heights was delaying some responses and things like that. Like, get up, let's go. And we're going to find somebody.
Yeah.
I'm going to find somebody to come over here and fix this.
Yeah.
I'm going to fix it. Let me Google. Let me figure out how to do this. And so I think the perseverance really, my daughter was there. If I was there at 7 a.m. and didn't leave till 7 p.m., my daughter was with me. That was crazy. And so even her seeing how all of this has come to fruition is really a blessing. It's so amazing to just see it. Like, it really make my heart just so happy, because she's 7 years old and she can't wait to get to this daycare every day.
Oh.
She can't wait to get. She know all the kids. She know all the staff. She knows what staff's not doing what they supposed to be doing. She knows the ins and outs. She has seen it really just unfold. And so I think that is a part of the perseverance as well. It's just like, she waking up saying, we got to go do this today, right? And it's like, yep. And it's not on her to sit up here and feel the burden and all the craziness that I was feeling. But really, it was some prayers. It was probably a lot of drinking of some wine. And, also surrounding ourselves with like-minded individuals, people who already had entrepreneurship on. Like I said, I was working a job still. I was working for an educational consulting firm. Shout out to Novatorian Industries for definitely leading me, guiding me, and showing me so much more behind the scenes of entrepreneurship, right? Things that I did not get from working in the school district. How to build specific reports, how to gather data, just a combination of things while I was still trying to navigate that space. And so to see some of the behind the scenes and still showing up as a employee and then leaving and coming to be an employer. And a lot of people are doing that now, you know, trying to really navigate, how do I get out of my 9 to 5? Those were some of the questions that were asked. Like, I'm still in my 9 to 5, but I have my business. And how do I get out of that? Mm-hmm. How do I really have balance? But you know, as long as I was waking up in the morning, I was a woman on a mission.
Yeah.
Hot episode.
Yeah, a woman on a mission. Because you have really lived that life, and not to be cliche, but you about that life for real.
I am.
You know what I mean? And, it's not even funny.
I'm not laughing.
I'm definitely about that life
journey. Yeah.
That life for sure.
Don't mess with her. Pay her, don't play her. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Love that. Pay her, don't play her. No, we need to go ahead and
we'll put on a t-shirt. But Tiarrah, one thing we love about you is when you finally decided to open the door, you kicked through it, and we have yet to not see you somewhere.
I'm everywhere, definitely in rooms.
You are in the right rooms too. You have crafted yourself in such a way that you are undeniably great. So when we see you, we know we in the right space.
Thank
right?
you.
And I love that they recognize my good sis. She is 40 under 40. Let's not gloss over that, because that is an amazing accomplishment.
Thank you.
How does that feel?
It's a little surreal. I'm not gonna lie to you, because every time I look at it, I'm like, what does this even mean? Like, what is happening right now? But it does not take, you know what it took, honestly? First of all, I gotta shout out my good friend, Edwin. He's the executive director over at the NAACP. Actually, another good person y'all need to have on a pull-up experience.
Come on down, Edwin.
He taught me something. He's like, you know what? He said, I see you doing a lot of cheering and a lot of support for other people, but who's supporting you? Think about it as an entrepreneur.
Really,
who is really, you know, like, you may be doing a lot of this work, but who really behind you, like trying to, or even forget behind me. Don't get me behind me and push me up. Who in front of you and pulling me? Pull up, come on, pulling me up.
Yeah.
And so when you have those people that's pulling you up, it's those people that's pulling you up in front of this BPACF 40 under 40 and recommending you and referring you and putting your name in there. It's the people that's recommending the pull-up experience for Pleading Black Honors, right? It's those votes and those conversations that matter, the people that see from a distance. So a lot of times when you walking in it and you really just doing the work, you just doing it. Like, I'm not here to be praised every time. It's such a humble spirit. It's just, I'm getting up and doing this. Like, my homegirl got this. Let's go. I'm pulling up. I'm supporting you. I'm gonna push you whatever support and resources that matter to see you win, because I want my people to win. And so I think that even with like BPACF and doing this 40 under 40, I had to listen and hear. Somebody read off like my bio, and I was like,
I did that.
I mean, I had to hear it.
Yeah, no, I get that.
You know, it's one thing to sit up here, you doing the work, and you know what you've done, and sometimes I don't even remember what the hell I don't know. But for somebody to read it to me, and I'm like, that is crazy.
You are that girl.
I need to boss up a little more. I heard my notes in there.
Yes.
And so, but still be humble.
That's good.
You know, and we find ourselves, I don't know, I'm not gonna say we find ourselves, but you see people who get into these platforms and they doing the damn thing that they lack the humility.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they get jaded because they're like, I was in the war or whatnot.
And this is what's gonna stop you right where you at, because I'll have more in store for you, but because you act like this little you got, enjoy this moment, because you'll never get it again.
Come on. And so I'm really humbled with this 40 under 40. It's the first inaugural class that BPACF has done. I think it's been a 40 under 40 with Cranes and maybe like another organization, but to be acknowledged with the Black Professional Association Charitable Foundation in Cleveland I'm so excited. I love to be around Black excellence.
And you are in a lot of Black excellence groups.
I'm trying to tell you. And it's because these are the goals and things that I have really had set in my mind.
Get out.
like I want to sit on a board. I was offered to sit on different boards.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I went to a couple of events that United Black Fund hosted.
Okay.
And to be around these amazing professionals who are authentic as a Black professional,
Yeah.
right? Black excellence. They know they're Black excellence.
Yes.
And somebody says Black excellence isn't boastful. It is. It just is.
Top episode.
You know what I'm saying? That actually, director Sherrod Murphy Williams actually said, she was on the panel too. She says, you know,
She next up.
My auntie, she don't know.
auntie, yes, she is not playing games.
Yeah.
She is about her business, and just to be around people who's about their business, people who want to lead you,
Yes.
show you the right way,
Yes.
right? Because we can go into any organization. Organization's been around for years, and best practices are not in place, and so to be in a space where these professionals are amazing, they are us, they are. You can mess up and we gonna laugh.
Yeah.
To go in, I was telling somebody, I said, I really just feel like United Black Fund, wrap your arms around, just hug me every time, like without even physically hugging me.
Yeah.
And so I mentioned it. I said, this is what I wanted to do, and we got it done.
I love that.
That's good.
Sometimes that's all it takes is to speak it, and I feel like somehow it just a way is made. All you gotta do is profess it with your mouth and keep doing the work.
Yeah, I agree.
Showing
It says
up.
that manifestation.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you. So you being around so many great women, and shout out to Sonora Edwards because she's a mentor. So,
Yes.
so many
Shout out to she
great entrepreneurs. What advice you give to someone who would like to start their own education center? Or what advice you give those who would like to start sometime soon?
And specifically an education center or starting their own business, period?
You know what? Both. That's fine. Let's start your own business.
The advice. Okay, so first, shout out to Tiarrah Edwards, who
Yes.
did not know me from a can of paint. Through the mortar cohort, we were all assigned mentors. Tiarrah was assigned my mentor, hence we were both in childcare. And I had to basically I had to get acquainted with Tiarrah a certain amount of times throughout the cohort. It was like, you have to touch base with your mentor this amount of times. And so the first time we talked on the phone, and it was just, it's just like anybody that you just don't know. It's like, okay, I don't, how is this conversation going to go? Trying to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And Tiarrah from day one was so calm and spirited. So calm and spirited. She talked so pleasant and just, hey, it was just like amazing. Like, who is this voice? And so she has been nothing but authentic. She has been nothing but supportive. She has been just an amazing person to work with, period. Absolutely. Right? Amazing person to know. A humble person to know. Yeah. And so we instantly clicked just off of the strength that we were in childcare, off of the strength that she probably saw a little bit of me in her years ago, back, well, listen, and a little bit rebellious, but we often have a lot of conversations, and she's just like, listen, girl, you gotta calm down. I'll do the talking. But the advice that I would give is to have a mentor.
Yeah.
Definitely finding a mentor of someone who specifically is in your same field.
Yes.
But even more so, somebody who can understand your vision and help pull you.
Yeah.
Don't be behind me pushing me up. I don't want to be behind me pushing me. When I get to the finish line, I'm gonna turn around and pull somebody else up too. I don't want to be. Don't push me up the ladder. Pull me up the ladder and show me the different steps and things to take. Because if we don't have that, then we just kind of finding anybody, or we're navigating by ourselves. And then that's how we often start making the wrong decision. Finding ourselves, just now we got to pick up the pieces versus just putting the pieces together. Some more advice that I would give: build your team. Back, you only as strong as your team is going to allow you to grow. If it wasn't for my partner, who is reliable, I got all this amazing stuff going on, right? My partner is rocking and rolling with me every chance. Like, she like, okay, you got this going on, let's go. We're buying tickets, and she's showing up. Oh, you have to be here, got it. Go to class. I'm holding this down. When you don't have that, things start to fall into pieces. So I think it's really important to really know who your team that's supposed to be around you. I worked a whole 9 to 5 for 2 years while my business was growing. My employer knew that I was working a 9 to 5. Right? She knew that I needed to get some other work done, maybe on her clock. She was exposing me to education resources and things that I would not have been exposed to if it wasn't for her. Shout out to Dr. Luciana Gilmore at Novatoria Industries, because I think that even as we were in her business and she knew that my business, she still found a way to create a position for me so that I can still pay my mortgage.
Wow.
Right?
That's real.
And so it's really about the people you have in your space. It's about the people that is growing with you, whether it's your family and friends. Like I said, my parents are deceased. My grandparents are deceased. So it's really just myself and my siblings. Calling my sister up because I need a babysitter. I need you to keep my daughter because I got this event. I need to go show my face. The right rooms to be in. I was finding myself spending money on all these tickets, going to all these different events and doing this. It's like, why am I in these rooms? This room is not benefiting me. This room not benefiting me. I spent all this money. Then pulled up to these events, and what did I leave with? So that was a whole other thing where we have to do a reset and say, you know what? Let's be intentional on the rooms that we're going to be in that's going to pour into me. And I'm going to start meeting different people and not being afraid of reaching out to, the people that's in the room. Because otherwise, what am I in this room for? I don't need to go have a drink.
Right.
I don't need to be here to go and just talk about, work or talk about love, life, and this, that. What we doing?
Right, what we doing?
What we doing? Yes, I think that's what I got.
Those are good ones, by the way. Those are all great
amazing.
things. Yes. Wow.
And I'm still living by that. So, but I'm definitely outside in these rooms. I'm not outside.
No, true. Yeah, like if you're gonna be outside, make it purposeful. So I love that. How would you help someone who is their first time, they're kind of nervous, because so many people network inefficiently? Or, we go to the thing, we have our business cards ready, we got our notebooks ready, we got our spiel, we practice our elevator speech, we get in the room, we clam up, or we just randomly just all over the place.
And we end up talking to the people we already know.
Exactly. Right. How would you help somebody to navigate networking more effectively? Because you've done the work.
More effectively. I think, well, one, you have to go in there with a goal. Okay. I can pull up to these events and then I don't know what am I going in here to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I'm specific enough to know that, okay, I'm going to this, prime example, just a couple months ago, ECDI had an event across the street.
Okay.
Did you know about that?
I didn't.
No.
They had a Celebrate Women's, because it was March for Women's History Month.
Okay.
And so they had it over here at the spot across the street. I can't think of the name of it, and I do want to shout them out because they're dope. The 4 Bistro.
Yeah. Shout out to Rhonda.
Shout out to the 4 Bistro. Shout out Rhonda. You got a good thing going over there. And so I pulled up. I had my daughter. It was about 7:00 in the evening, and if you know the 4, you know that it has a bar in there and food. But the most important thing was that it was ECDI.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was a women celebrating women. So I said, you know what, Reagan, let's go. You coming with me? It is what it is. I had my business cards, and I knew about ECDI previously, prior to actually going to this event. So I had to go in there with a goal. My goal was to go and meet this person to talk about this.
Okay.
So So we can go pass out business cards. 9 times out of 10, I got so many business cards.
You're not going to use them.
Come on.
I know.
All these, they just pile up,
yeah.
right? And so being intentional and going in to say and speak to the person that's either talking about funding, that's talking about the Women's Business Center and the resources that they offer, right? Otherwise, we're just gonna go in there. We're gonna meet somebody. Maybe I'll need them. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll remember them. But I would let people know who, if you're going to an event and you are trying to do anything with your business as an entrepreneur, to take your business cards and be intentional. What do I need for my business? Now, we come down to the expo at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on Saturday, and I talked to some young girls that had their business cards that was just starting their business. It was so dope. Shout out to Yaz. And so the whole thing about it is these girls was just excited to be in the room.
Yeah.
They were just excited to be in a space, and I'm asking them all the questions, and so they didn't know which vendors to go to, so I kindly walked them over to a couple. Let me introduce.
Shout out to Ariana. We do the same thing. Like, let me introduce you to somebody.
Yeah. And sometimes, starting off, that's one happens to be one of my superpowers. I'm gonna connect you. I'm gonna connect you to who exactly you're supposed to know, put the right people in this space. And so I think that whether you are new at it, whether you're just not good at it, figuring out what you need for your business, first of all. What do you need for you? Forget everybody else that's in the room. What do you need for you that's going to make you, when you leave out of there, put some fire under your ass?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you just wasted a whole couple hours of time, trying to figure it out. And so, understand who's in the room, because it may be a flyer or a program or something like that, and who's in the room, the person that you actually should be going to speak to. And that way, you might just only be in there for 15, 20 minutes, and now you can go.
Yeah.
I don't have to be in here for the entire time of the program just because, I'm here as a networking event. No, I'm going to talk to this person specifically, get what I need to get, a card so I can follow up and have that conversation, and then I'm gone. I don't have to waste the entire time networking.
Yeah.
That's good.
Or better yet, maybe you trying to figure out how to navigate it, but don't be afraid to say who you are and what your business is.
Yeah.
Walking into entrepreneurship as early on, I had to get used to saying my business name. I had to get used to saying, like, I own a Better Day Academy. Like, a Better Day Academy is mine. Like, a Better Day Academy. Better Day Academy. Like, I had to keep saying that.
Yeah.
And so I would tell a new business owner, start saying your business name.
Say your chest.
Say it, and say it with confidence so that you can be proud of it and the person you're talking to is proud of it as well. So
I'll be telling my inner Kanye when I talk about business. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
In here.
Come on.
You don't know about it. Something wrong with you.
Please don't take that
trying to
posture.
tell you.
You be having that little.
Listen, I'll
You better.
Hey, listen.
Sit up. Let me get myself together.
That's right. But you gotta have that pride, because if you don't have it, why would someone else have it?
Why would somebody
true,
else?
If you shaky about your business, I'm instantly shaky about your
right.
business.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. Like, come and be confident.
That's good.
Yeah, for sure.
So you talk about the past, talk about the present, talk about the future. What does the future hold for you in your endeavors?
That's a hard question. That's a hard question. I'm a woman on a mission.
How an episode? That's a tight episode.
I am a woman on a mission, and it's so crazy. So a couple years ago, God rest my brother's soul. My brother was murdered.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. He was my blood brother, but this was a friend that became my brother. It's actually one of my homegirls, my best friend's her husband. And so he was murdered. Really just he was an entrepreneur. He was just a go-getter. And so after we did put the funeral and everything and laid him to rest, we ended up getting on a Zoom because he had a sister that lives in Atlanta, and we was just all over the place. So anyways, we got on a Zoom and we all came up with our goals. Like, what are we doing with ourselves? Like, what's our plan? And everybody's goals came into fruition. Everybody working. My homegirl Jazz, shout out to Jazz. She got a trucking company.
Okay.
Jimmy
Oh,
Jazz
yeah.
Trucking.
She's coming up.
Oh yeah, make sure y'all get my homegirl on here
Yeah,
because
she's
she is
coming up.
working hard as
Yeah,
hell.
South Jazz.
And came up, same person that was on that Zoom and says, I'm about to start it. I'm about to get into trucking.
And did it. Come on,
for sure. My homegirl out in LA, Michelle, she has started a couple of businesses. One in particular doing like the photo booths and things like that, and Airbnbs, rocking and rolling. And so we just was all on this Zoom meeting, and came up with all these goals, and almost made sure that we was all accountable, right?
Yes.
Because back to that, making sure that your team of people around you is really your team of people that's supposed to be around you. And so everything came to fruition for us. And so one thing that we always just talk about, or at least I know I always say, is I'm trying to diversify my portfolio.
Yes.
A lot of times we get into these spaces and they're like, okay, well, I got this business, and maybe some people are content in that space.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably now into my fourth business. And so I'm trying to get into real estate. I'm currently trying to do this whole, like, not just own my own business, right? Because I'm renting right now, but I also want to go and expand on my own childcare business
that would
as
be
well.
amazing.
I would like to do that and expand and open another one, but on my building. I'm looking into real estate housing, you know, finding some houses by the universities and things like that, whether it's renting or flipping it, whatever that might look like. I hear a lot of people that say they got into real estate and they came up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Most people who started in real estate is doing well for themselves.
Absolutely.
So I've actually been able to secure a dope mentor in that space who is kind of walking me through the steps. And so I'm working on that.
Want to shut them out?
Yep,
never mind.
Not one thing. You know what?
My bad.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But so that's one thing I'm working on. The other thing I'm working on, I started a nonprofit organization. Shout out to Dr. Rhonda at grants.com and Share Homes. Amazing. She was at the expo. If you are interested in starting a nonprofit, getting your nonprofit up and running, anything in a nonprofit space, this woman guaranteed me 90 days of getting my nonprofit up and running. And when I tell you she delivered. So I have my nonprofit. I'm working on getting it launched, but my nonprofit is actually for people who lost their mother. And I don't know that there's a market there for people who lost their mother.
There's a whole lot.
And so it's a market for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like another business or anything like that that's doing the work, or a nonprofit or anything. But I was thinking, I'm like, dang. As I was thinking, I didn't want to just be reactive.
Yeah.
Okay, I lost my mom and the grieving process and what I need during that time.
Yeah.
But more so proactive, right? Because unfortunately, as the Black community, we just don't have our stuff together. Maybe we just don't have the knowledge or whatever. We get these GoFundMes and set up a funeral. Like, come on. It's a place now where we can work on getting life insurance for ourselves and our children. And I bought my house 4 years ago. Trying to even navigate that without proper guidance was crazy, right? And so even your first time home buyer experience, even just talking about what a financial literacy, you know, how to really budget our money, how to do anything in that space when you don't have the guidance or the support that, you know, maybe you would have if your parent was alive. And so I'm working on that. I'm super excited. And then underneath that is the mentorship. And so we'll be mentoring girls that look like me, that look like us, that look like us, right? That can be proactive in the space prior to something detrimental like death happening.
Oh, I love that.
So I'm super excited about that. So we got BPACF coming up, 40 under 40, May 23rd at the Caramel House. Get your tickets. Pink and Black Honors.
Pink and Black Honors.
Let's talk about Pink and Black Honors. It's going down June 22nd. If you haven't gotten your tickets, now is the time. even I sit on a sponsorship committee for Pink and Black Honors. It is not too late if you'd like to sponsor your business. And make sure you are in the building. It is the day at Severance Hall.
Absolutely.
We are expecting over 1,000 patrons to be there. And so not even just patrons, entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
Right? Across not just Cleveland, but Ohio. That will be in the building. Yes. And an opportunity similar to the BET Awards.
I was going to say Essence of Festival, but all that.
And talk about the keynote speakers and our guest speakers that's going to be in the building, because I'm just really excited to experience Pink and Black Honors. It's for us. It's by us. Yes. It is a time for us to get dressed up, feel grown and sexy, and be in a space with other like-minded individuals. So
celebrating everybody doing the work. And just really, I'm so proud.
I'm too.
So happy.
I'm too. Yeah.
If y'all can't come, I'm hyped. I'm ready.
And we're going to be right there.
Yeah.
Like you said, get your tickets now, because you don't want to be that person like, dang, I should have got them.
Yeah, because y'all, it's going to be me when Brandon wins Entrepreneur of the Year. So make sure you put your votes in. Voting is all the way till May 17th.
Right.
Please go vote for my bro.
Go vote for Pull Up Experience. Yes. Where's the link at? Is it link in the bio?
It's in the bio. It's also in my stories. You can go check it right now. I guarantee you it's a link in them stories. Go to it's on the pinkandblackhonors.com. The second thing says click here to vote. Go and put your vote in. Make sure you vote specifically for Entrepreneur of the Year, Brandon Gates of the Pull Up Experience. Please, y'all.
That's right.
Beat me there. Don't meet me there when it comes to those virtual voting polls. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug, yes. But yes, no, I want to give a special shout out to Tenora and the amazing people at the Pink and Black Honors. Just once again, giving the city of Cleveland something that we've never seen before, by the way. Yeah. I can't honestly say there's been a gala just for us. To be able to honor those who have put in the work, who have done things to impact the community and the city as a whole. And I just love the fact that you guys have put something together to do just that.
I agree.
So
and with the city, I mean, the city of Cleveland, if I'm not mistaken, is now on board. And I don't want to share too much without being factual, but just having them be in a relationship with the city of Cleveland to support the event, right? Is even more amazing, because we already know how hard it is to get into some of these doors. And so they are supporting Pink and Black Honors just as they supported our Minority Resource Network and Expo. So, you know, being an entrepreneur, that's what it's about. Building these great relationships.
Yes.
Coming over and pulling up at the Pull Up Experience. Messing with 2U wines. It is definitely Teacher Appreciation Week. I will be purchasing 2U wines for my staff.
You gotta hear.
So I'm excited to be here to support you all as well.
We appreciate you.
Excited to support you.
Absolutely.
Now, okay, we asked about the past, we asked about the present, and we got into the future. What about legacy? We haven't hit on that yet. What do you want your personal legacy to be, and what would you like the legacy of your businesses to be?
Those are great questions. You know what? We talked earlier about exposure. And so in regards to legacy, I really just want my daughter to see something different, right? And to understand and know that she can do whatever she want to do. You know, we talk about what her future is. She says, I'm going to be a pediatrician. That's fine. Be a pediatrician that owns these childcare centers. Whatever you want to do. You do whatever you want to do. I don't care. But I would say my legacy really is, God forbid anything happens to me, but when it does, to just know that I was working hard and that to make a difference, right? And to really just, I don't want to go back to what I knew growing up, because it was a little bit traumatic in different ways, but for the most part, my legacy is, I don't want no more kids. I want this is being my daughter. I want her to experience life without having barriers of things that we can control.
That's good.
We catching flights, not feelings.
Ooh. Usually I get on Brenda hitting that button, but you know
Yeah,
what?
you did.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so I don't want to. I want anybody that has the arm's reach to me, and that I can really give impact is get up out of the rut that holds us back. Like sometimes we get into these relationships.
Facts.
And we get complacent and we get comfortable and we don't know what the other side looks like.
Yes.
Wow.
Because better exists.
And it's okay that whatever that better might look like, we got to make it acceptable for our personal lives. But we got to get up out of stuff. We got to get up out of stuff. We cannot stay in it, regardless whether it's a relationship, a job.
Yes.
Whether it is our family, our enemies. It's just so much more to life that I haven't even stepped into. I'm trying to catch a flight to New York, go to lunch, and come right back. Like I'm trying to create a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if it means get up and do what you need to do by any means, that's the legacy.
Yeah.
That's the legacy. And I want my daughter to understand that. I want anybody that's in my space and around me understand that.
That's good.
I'm getting up and going to work regardless. I don't care how sick I am. I don't care how upset I am or whatever. I'm a woman. Be on a mission, because otherwise we are. What we doing it for? Nobody said if you aim at nothing, you're gonna hit it every time.
Absolutely.
And so really just, I'm on a mission.
Yeah. We see it.
Not stop it.
No, we see it, absolutely. I can't wait to see what the future holds for it, because I know it's going to be extraordinary.
I hope so. Y'all get to watch it all or just unveil.
We got front row seat.
It's really just unveiling in front of everybody's eyes. It's just, I don't even know what's going on.
Because that representation matters. And I think we undersell the fact, like, you know what, it's dope that somebody's doing it, but it's amazing that somebody look like you doing it. You know what I mean?
That's the best part.
Somebody who, where you from doing it, and it's like, you know what? I know it's possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's less about, like, ooh, you know, you could be this. Like, no. Like, if you really wanted to, you could do it. Like, look at the blessings that Tiarrah has amassed.
Thank you.
And not that I want the same exact blessings, but I know that it's possible. And even if I'm trying to speak into the next Tiarrah, it's like, girl, let me introduce you, because I know somebody who it happened for, and it's continuing to happen for.
I agree. And introducing them and doing it so that it is a supportive and a collaborative effort. Not doing it so somebody can boast. Not doing it so somebody can, you know, look at you sideways or crazy and bring you down. It's really so that we understand we in this together.
Absolutely.
You know, we in this race together. Let's get to the finish line together. If I get there before you, it's all good. I'm reach back and I'm pull you.
Yeah.
So a lot of times they talk about this crab in a barrel situation. You talk about it's money to be we better together.
Absolutely.
You know, people that's supposed to sit at your table gonna sit at the table. Just pull up. You got a chair, pull up a chair. You got a fork. Like what is it that we can add to each other's plate?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the purpose is to add to it, not take away. So
that's good.
Yeah.
So pull up potluck. Who the thumb?
Potluck. Oh.
So I know you're in a gang with you, Tiarrah, and AJ. All got daycare, not daycare. I'm sorry, Richmond centers and whatnot. But who?
That's right. Put some respect on it.
I'll put respect on it. Yes,
I know. Academy.
I'm my bad. You know what I'm saying? I know the difference now. But who would you love to collaborate in the future?
Who would I like to collaborate with in the future?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
I'll try.
I don't know if I have an actual person I want to collaborate with in the future.
Organization?
I would like to really start working at the state level.
Okay.
All the stuff coming down.
Carrying that load? Drop the house. Gutter Properties will buy your house as is with offers up to $300,000. Need serious repairs, liens, taxes, or judgments? We'll work through your unique situation to get that house off your back. During your free, no-obligation appraisal, we maintain social distancing and take every precaution to ensure your experience is safe. Drop the house. Gutter Properties. Call us or visit gutterproperties.com.
Yeah.
You know, at a federal level. So I would like to begin figuring out what that might look like.
Yeah.
So I do love public speaking.
Yeah.
You probably can kind of gauge that just a little bit. But I do enjoy public speaking. So that is another platform or another I like to kind of get into that a little bit more. But most importantly, I'm really just trying to find the money at the state level, do some stuff collaboratively that will enhance my resume and my reputation, my name, so that I can spend or leverage a little bit.
Yeah, that's good.
But to be honest, I'm in a space right now of growth. I'm learning. I sit on the board of United Black Fund since this past January, February. And so I'm in a space now where I'm learning and growing. I'm trying to learn all that I can from some amazing people that I'm surrounded by. So I'm really just taking it one day at a time.
No, that's good.
I don't want to dive head in first or anything like that. So I'm just trying to really take all of these amazing opportunities that's coming my way and learn from it so that I can better put myself in position to collaborate with the next person. Maybe somebody told me to run for mayor.
You should.
I can see that.
I don't know.
You put your snap in, why not? We know it's
a
possible.
little bit rebellious.
And you know,
we need.
We hear the best candidates are.
Exactly.
I make my own rules around here.
So I know somebody from the state level is watching this, so you've seen that state level, you know.
Federal too. Don't
federal,
level,
yeah. That's right.
Let's do it.
Bring it on.
International, why not? You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
They got it.
Because I know y'all watching. I know y'all watching, okay?
Absolutely. And if they're not, they should be.
They should. Listen, that's what I'm talking about, dear. It's okay. And this, I feel like this is the best question of the whole show because you've been dropping gems left and right. I've been trying my best not to hit this thing. You know what I'm saying?
You've been doing a good job.
I've been doing a good job, right? You know?
She's been spitting though.
She really has. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
But what are the 3 takeaways you think, not even think, that you know someone should take away from today's episode?
The 3 takeaways that somebody should take away from this episode. First of all, they need to be following the pull-up experience. That's the
good.
First thing they need to do.
That was good. I like
right?
that.
Because otherwise, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
But no, seriously, I think some of the takeaways that should be taken away from this specific episode is that take risk.
Come on.
Bet on yourself.
Yes.
Because otherwise, you know, if you're not going to believe in yourself, then who is?
That's good.
I think another thing is really making sure you surround yourself, figuring out who it is you're trying to surround yourself with, because it's hard sometimes trying to let go of an old life.
It is.
Or friends and people that we've been around for years. You got to let that mentality go.
That's facts.
You know, maybe I only see you once a month or once on the weekend or something, but we got to learn how to let that go. And then I would say the other takeaway is to be okay with the grind. Every day is not going to look the same. We don't know what we're walking into as entrepreneurs. I didn't even remember the month was May. I don't know if I was coming or going. This is meme right now on Instagram. She said, I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. I haven't eaten in 2 days. Like, being okay with that. Like, it is a grind. I was waking up for years just reporting to a job, you know, really understanding routine. And it's okay to get out of that routine mentality. It's okay to think a little outside the box. Being open-minded and being comfortable, being uncomfortable. I'm always say that because, like I said, every day is not the same, and we don't know what these opportunities will create. I don't know what this opportunity from sitting on a pull-up experience is going to create.
I believe it's going to open up a lot of opportunities.
And it definitely is. And so just being prepared to receive those blessings, I would say, is definitely the best takeaway from tonight.
No, and that's awesome.
Be around authentic people.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're not wasting time with people who we're not wasting time. It's just not enough time in a day, and so for that very reason, we're not wasting it. We're not wasting it spending time with people who steady taking away from you and not pouring into you. So,
that's good.
Yeah, that's what I have to say.
That's good.
That was a good one.
I'm trying to tell you.
And then after that, this is the most important question of the whole interview. Where can people learn more about you? Where can they contribute? Where can they support? All that good stuff. Learn more.
Okay. I would say you can find me on Instagram.
Okay.
I_M_Tiarrah, TIARRAH, because I don't know what my mom was doing back in the 80s. I could keep it 100, but you can find me on Instagram. You can definitely find me on LinkedIn. And find me at forevermomlegacy.life. That is my nonprofit website that is currently going to be launched. I'm super excited about that because I got some dope people that sit on my board and that's in that space because they understand the trauma and the grief that was associated with it. So, we really here. I was trying to figure this out. Are we living life to die, or are we dying to live? I don't know which one I'm trying to. I need somebody to help me understand. Are we living to die, or are we dying to live? I'm still trying to figure that out. So if anybody knows, let me know.
Comment in the comments.
Right. Put it in the comments and let me know because I'm still trying to understand. And so, forevermomlegacy.life is gonna be that that nonprofit to help us figure it out.
That's good.
Help us be proactive, and then obviously at a Better Day Academy .com. Where we have some amazing educational growth and resources, and where learning meets love.
Oh, I love that.
And so
I'm so jealous.
We've constructed some really good stuff over at this enrichment center, at this academy.
Yes.
And we're going to be expanding.
On it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So
We're looking to expand, and so it's not too late. Summer camp's starting in a couple weeks.
Okay.
Okay.
I got two.
Yeah, you might as well go ahead and pull up.
Yeah. No,
We'll
seriously.
do that tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, I'm serious.
No, there you go. And by the way, for all my ladies people that'll be right in the show notes, so you're watching the episode right below, it's right there.
The description
so
below.
no excuses.
For sure.
So, no, we appreciate you so much for coming on today because we literally, me and my kid was like, we gotta get her on.
Yeah, we was plotting. When I came and pulled you, it was like we've been looking for
you. Said that.
We are so. Listen,
we're very intentional.
You are such an amazing person, and our whole premise of the show is to introduce dope entrepreneurs and creatives in the city and surrounding areas to other dope entrepreneurs and creators in the city and surrounding areas. So there's no way that we can have this show and not have you in the know.
Love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love that. I mean, another quote somebody is, I don't even know if it's a quote, but it's one of those where people speak your name in rooms and you're not even in the room. You just made me feel that way, right? Because I don't know that you're looking for me. I don't know I don't know that you're leaving like, oh, who is this? It's just like it's amazing feeling to even just know that.
Yeah.
We were talking
so much. You make somebody stop the scroll. It's one thing to be like, oh, check out I_Tiarrah, whatever.
Right.
We look and you get them same little 9 scroll, them same first 9, and you're like, all right, I think I got it. But you make somebody stop the scroll and actually want to learn your story.
Thank you.
That is how inspiring
you
are.
have
So
to
I
make
really
me
love
do
that.
some more stuff on social
Yes.
But I appreciate that. I'm really, I'm just really working hard, and so I love to be around other people that's working hard.
Oh yeah,
too.
this ain't listen. So we're gonna do part 2. We're gonna do it from.
It's definitely not the end.
Yeah. Part 2. We're gonna do it from the academy.
Yes.
Don't talk to me like that.
I'm just saying.
Hey, y'all
I pull up back strong.
Yeah, that's what. No, absolutely. So,
yeah, I'm down.
And we appreciate your time today.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys for having me. It's always a pleasure to know that on the outside looking in, that it's giving off what it's supposed to give. That is not anything outside of what's right.
Yeah,
that's good.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Absolutely.
Y'all pulled up at the Myrna.
We did.
Y'all
we
pulled
support.
up.
Yeah.
Had the whole thing going on. They are set up, ready to go. We interviewing people today.
Yeah.
Love
so many
this.
people are like ready to get on, and we're 6 months out. So it's like when you ready, like okay, you say you ready, let's go.
Yeah.
Like right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I love
ain't
that.
no plan. Let's go.
I love that.
I think one of the things that I love about our podcast that I honestly am biased with it is that either from somebody's story like your own, either a person watching will get encouraged, They're educated or they're getting empowered. One of the three.
For sure.
And I know they're right. After watching you, they're gonna get all three tonight.
Well, I know that's right. That's the only way.
Absolutely.
You know, my staff always tell me, I was like, you know, when you talk to me, it's just like always come from a place of just realness. And it's like, nothing fake over here. Maybe a little weird,
No.
But yeah, we everything come from a place of being real, being transparent, being open and honest. Because like, what we doing if we're not?
And I appreciate you for that. Because so many people try to paint a picture, and it's like you are a masterpiece as is. Like, stop trying to paint the picture. Yeah. You're gonna ruin it.
I rock with that. I like that.
Yeah.
Masterpiece as is.
Yes.
Don't hype her up, Tiarrah. No, hey, I promise you, I think in real life, Marquita was a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no, for real.
You know what I'm saying? So you spend sometimes.
No, that's right.
Sometimes. But like I said, guys, we have to pay some bills, right? So, guys, like we said before, June 22nd, be at the Pink and Black Honor. We'll be at Severance Hall. If you are an entrepreneur or you just want to be in the right rooms, be in the rooms at Severance Hall, June 22nd, Pink and Black Honors. And I'm not even going to do shameless plug today. I just want to let you know, be there. Okay?
I'm going to do the plug. Let's cut this quick. First of all, I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. I want my bro to win. So head over to pinkandblackhonors.com. That's right, pinkandblackhonors.com. One more time in case you did not catch that. That's pinkandblackhonors.com. You're going to scroll down to that second link. It's going to say click here to vote. You're going to go through the ticket. You're going to vote for all these amazing people. But when you get to Entrepreneur of the Year, do not mess this up. Y'all got one vote. I know because I tried to vote twice. You only got one vote. So make sure once you get to Entrepreneur of the Year, you're going to hit that top link for Brandon Gates of the Pull-Up Experience. I know y'all know how hard my bro worked because we are at episode 212. Ooh. Let me say that again. There are so many people who don't make it past episode 10 or season 2. We have so many people we cannot even do seasons. Y'all have not seen us stop. Not for even a week in the almost 3 years that we have been doing it. And y'all know my pull-back game just from my pull-up game. But my bro, Brandon, he's always in the right rooms. Not only is he there to show up, but he's there to show you off. He makes sure that he creates those connections. He is the plug and also the outlet. So when it comes to making sure that he is Entrepreneur of the Year and I scream big, y'all give my bro his flowers while he can still smell them. Pinkandblackhonors.com.
I'll be buying her bottle of wine tonight.
Secondly, go and vote, please. He is.
The plug and the outlet.
He is. He's definitely going to connect you where you need to go. But if you just need to unleash, because sometimes you want to say stuff in a safe space where either it stay there or if it doesn't stay there, I know you only took it somewhere where you can make me better.
Absolutely.
And that is who my bro is, who he's always intentionally been and how he intentionally moves. And that is why God continues to bless you. And that's why we're all going to clap for Brandon as Entrepreneur of the Year after we go vote for him.
Come on. Yes. And I think you can vote like more than once. I know you said that. But what if you try to do it under a different email?
Please, y'all. Get my bro together. That's
saying.
all I got for him. Because otherwise,
it's all your emails. Your work email, your personal email. The email, the one the junk email. Like, let's get real. Do your old AOL email, all that. And make sure,
pull my bro up because he really tries his hardest to do the best for all of us, and he does more for us than he does for himself, which I get on him about. But it's very serious. I think that you are an amazing person.
Oh my God!
In 2024,
make sure I got that on record.
I know that this stopped already. So, but no, for real, when it comes to doing the work, earning the title, you have done it. You have done it consistently over the years, and it's very time. It's time for you. Cheers. All right, cheers to you. Shout out to the 2 U1s.
Shout out to 2 U1s, absolutely.
Another shameless plug. Since we are here paying bills, y'all see the blue walls. Y'all know exactly where we're at. 4425 Mayfield Road. We are at 2 U1s. Please come and get a taste, not only of the amazing wine that she crafts, but being able to pick her brain, being able to have a dope and different experience here in the city. You can pull up at any time if you want to schedule something private, intimate, whether it's a pregame, a postgame. This is the game. Come through. The patio is open because we are in our sunshine weather. Y'all know how Cleveland get. We can get all 4 seasons in one. But right now we in the sunny season. And that means we got our wine slushies popping. There are so many different things that you can experience. And one thing that I'm a spill the beans a little bit, but I ain't gonna give y'all too much. The sit is coming back this year, September 2022 or 2024. Please make sure your September is open, because when I tell you the Wine Fest is popping once again, black owned wine, black catered, black artists. It is a vibe. It was a vibe last year. If y'all went, we're gonna have a brand new location. It's gonna be the Sit of Clee this year, and y'all make sure I'll let y'all know when y'all can purchase y'all tickets. But beat me there. Do not meet me there. Also, as y'all notice, my girl Brittany ain't here. She ain't feeling too good, but y'all know what make her feel better? If y'all go run up them views. If y'all mess with the pull-up experience, please make sure that y'all go to Beauty Toe, giving y'all all the game when it comes to relationships, finance, business. She helps you navigate that minefield, so you don't got to step on the same bomb she did or any of her guests. Make sure y'all go pull up to Beauty Toe with our girl Brittany Knight, as she helps y'all get life and business all the way right. From there, y'all, we got a couple more pull-up people. We would be remiss if we did not shout out to Steve with Alien Eyes Photos, as well as Lady B. When it comes to making sure our views look right, they are the ones behind the camera, but always in front of making sure that we look halfway decent, even getting Brandon halfway together, y'all. And I know that's a hard task. So make sure y'all continue to support them, whether you need photography, videography, event filming. They are definitely the ones that you want to hit. All of us will be listed in the show notes below. Don't forget Beneficial Bay, because I'm going to teach you how to do business and relationships the right way. But for sure, continue to pull up on us. Last but not least, we definitely have to shout y'all out, because
sorry. June 9th.
June 9th, we gonna talk about it. Usually he trying to shut me up, but now that we got an event talk about it, let's talk about it. I get to speak some more. June 9th at the 4450 Mayfield Road. We are going to be across the street letting it all hang out. We got some people on our panel, because y'all know we loved when we did the diversity, equity, and inclusion talk, right? This time we talk about business and relationships. The two things everybody loves to talk about, right? So we got some married couples, we got some single but still kicking it couples, and we got some totally single, you can slide in my DM type of people on the panel, right? We want to make sure that y'all come through. Who?
You know about who y'all gonna have on the panel?
Oh no, y'all gotta come see. I'll tell y'all at a later date, right? We got a couple people though. For sure. It's gonna be a great night. Make sure that y'all come and visit us. It's free. All you gotta do is pull up on me. June 9th at the Ford Bistro at 3 p.m. It's going to be extremely lit. And y'all know right after, we always fall right back into karaoke over there. It's a time. Being in the right rooms, as we've talked about tonight, is an amazing feeling. And it's all because of people like y'all. Thank y'all for the views, the likes, the shares, the comments, mentioning my name in rooms that I can't afford to be in, because ironically, it's also the rooms that I can't physically afford to not be in, right? So you guys do the work of making sure that y'all talk about us in such a positive way, and we're going to do the work of making sure that we keep introducing y'all to amazing people like Tiarrah, because there's so many more that exist, y'all. Other than that, I want to say have a good night. Y'all got anything else y'all want to add?
Hey, let's do a great job.
Man.
Just close out saying, hey, guys, episode 212, guys.
212.
Love
That's
that.
how you do it.
We're on to 250, right?
Yeah. Rocking and rolling.
No.
Yeah.
It's my bro. They let me come on
that
sometimes.
Stuff flowing off the tongue.
Yeah. I told you.
A little on the easy side.
Yeah,
Listen.
no. It's amazing people. It's easy to remember, y'all. Y'all are amazing dope people. For sure.
You got it.
She got it. Absolutely.
No.
You need to go ahead and accept that.
I'm going to take it. If y'all giving it to me, I'm
That's
taking
a gift.
on Tuesday.
It's a gift. For sure.
It's y'all. Y'all have been my gift. For sure.
Yeah.
Not you specifically. Yeah, we did your part.
Oh, man, so we're going to do an episode right where I knew it was coming, but I'm glad. No. But listen, we really do want to thank you guys for watching, because last time I checked, we were at 7.6 million views.
7.6
Woo!
million.
15.7 thousand subscribers, and it's growing. And this just goes to show you guys
That's amazing.
great stories like Tiarrah's and great stories like all of the amazing entrepreneurs, creatives, and innovators we had on the show.
Yes.
So we can't thank you guys enough. So you, the person watching, you, the person listening, we can't thank y'all enough. We'll see you guys next time, okay?
Bye.
Peace. Perfect.